Let's take a deeper look at what this enlightenment means, in the sense that we know what smiling means, because we can experience it, you see. We can say to ourselves in the mirror, I'm going to smile, and I want to watch yourself smiling, and you smile. So you know what smiling means. There's an experience of the facial movement. There's an experience of some sort of tingling in the spine or some sort of heart. Enlightenment, what can you say, you see? How can I experience enlightenment? What is it? What is it, you see? You know? Is it? It must be different. It's not an experience, you see. But it is. I say this, please don't seek enlightenment. It's not what it's cracked up to be. Although not many will experience total enlightenment. Because total enlightenment, as this body experienced, was when joy comes to its fullest, and when the whole universe smiles at the same time. That is the feeling. But if you put that really into a scientific way, it is as though thousands of volts of electricity fly through your body with joy. You see, your body dies. This body died, you see. Now, only certain bodies may be able to continue. That is why you never encourage another being to be enlightened, to go and do it, you see. Go and do it. Find yourself, you see. Find yourself. Yourself has to be enlightened anyway. You cannot be enlightened as a person or a body. You have to go through a practice of finding who you are, you see. And that's no name. This self is a name that has been given to try and encapsulate this whole oneness, this whole non-duality, this whole singular allness. You see, self. You have to experience self, which means you have to remove the idea that you are this body. Not you remove the body, you see. You remove the idea that you are this body. The idea is only a concept, and it is a temporary thing. An idea is not forever, you see. So it's very impossible to suddenly go through a process of finding self and then being enlightened. Most beings that are enlightened are simply walking depressed, stressed, anxious, mentally whatever, and bang, instant death. Out of body, you see. That's what they say in accidental things. So the bliss is phenomenal. The understanding and the knowledge behind it is phenomenal. And when I say phenomenal, it also changes. It also sometimes becomes greater and sometimes fades. So the whole experience, once this thousands of volts goes through this body and this body dies for 1 single second, 1 single moment, and bang, everything is revealed. You are transferred, transported into this place of the beginning, this nothing place, this entirely nothing place that is full of simplistic bliss and joy. And I'm making it sound wonderful. But what if, you see, what if this body did not come back, you see? This experience would go on and is going on because this body is only temporary. And whether this body came back or not matters not. But the only thing that matters is I would not be experiencing this bliss and joy. Something else, my true state, stateless state, would be experiencing this pure bliss and joy. So who would be speaking about it, understanding it, and trying to make sense of it? You see, that's the whole thing. The difference is the body has returned, and this body and mind can speak sense of it or try and make sense of it. But it cannot make sense of it because it changes constantly. Truth is infinite knowledge that grows and grows and grows as we speak. You want to find truth, you'll find it, but it'll move into another truth. So what is the purpose of enlightenment? It has no purpose. It happens to very few people. They have this understanding. Everyone will experience enlightenment on your last breath in this body, more likely. You will experience enlightenment. And this last breath will last infinite time. You see? Same as this one is lasting infinite time. Yeah? Infinite time is of no measure. Infinite time cannot be from 1 second to millions of seconds. Infinite time means all time together going as it is at once, but appears to be moving slowly in a particular direction. There's no purpose behind enlightenment. They were simply very lucky to pull through. But the purpose, I suppose, for the few who actually are capable, are able, this body is able to understand this and go through this process. There is a reason behind it. Maybe it's to be an advocate for Christ and love and peace and emptiness, which this is all that exists. You see, there is only consciousness, Christ consciousness, God consciousness, peace, emptiness, and infinite love that exists. You see, it is fluctuating and vibrating and appearing as different energies of all of these things, and sometimes they appear as very nasty things, but it's not, you see. So the purpose maybe is to actually discuss this, but you will not believe it, you see, because you have not experienced it, and I don't want you to experience it. You simply awaken to yourself. You see, slow process. Seeking is giving you the ability to look and find and awaken. And if you listen to the gurus and listen to yourself and your Satguru, the one that sits inside, he will take you very gently by the hand to the door of enlightenment in preparation for when this body goes. So how can this body and mind speak of enlightenment that you won't know? Enlightenment is basically another resolving illness. You see, enlightenment normally comes from depression and stress and anxiety and has exploded and annihilated this body and this whole concept of billions of thoughts that has been gathered in this head and this body for maybe millions of years. And there's an explosion. And this explosion is a type of illness. Everything is an illness, you see. Everything that you experience is illness. You overcome illness. You overcome rejection. You overcome happiness. You overcome sadness. You overcome grief. You overcome fear. You overcome walking. You overcome losing. You overcome getting. Everything is a temporary overcoming, you see? So when you realize that enlightenment, and you can be sitting as a Buddha and a sage and make billions and billions of pounds or dollars off of writing books and whatever you want to do with this enlightenment is very open, because many people are in awe of someone of this stature. But you know what? It is of no use, because deep down inside you know that you are recovering from these thousands of volts of electricity. And this recovering is also joy and bliss. Your mind will take this whole video and say, my God, it sounds horrific. It is absolute bliss, but it is not recommendable. But you have no choice, you see, because many who experience this have no choice. It is death that comes to the body, and this body is able to overcome this death, and therefore to overcome this death, a journey from this soul has to move and go out of this body and experience the ultimate knowing. The Holy Spirit is the ultimate knowing. That is your state, you see. When your body dies, your Holy Spirit that you are moves out and it sees everything as it is. And in this case, the Holy Spirit came back in and removed whatever was in there before to recover. You see, I am a recovering junkie. A recovering junkie who's junked up with bliss and emptiness and peace and love every moment. No one really can go and say to the whole world as they pass by you one by one, I love you, I love you, I love you, with intent and genuinity, and mean it, without having some sort of mental delusion, according to your mind, you see. But to this mind, it is bliss. It is absolute love. The Absolute was witnessed, the Absolute spoke, and the Holy Spirit that came back into the body can say, wow, but don't even try and seek this. Simply awaken. Simply awaken. I am very, and I'm speaking as a person, I am very fortunate that I survived this. Something in this body was able to take on board something that not many will ever experience and return into the body. You see, enlightenment will be experienced by all, probably last breath. But you'll not be able to come on video and speak about it and tell others not to go there. You see? Don't seek enlightenment. You're already enlightened. What is revealed from this Holy Spirit is that you all the things that you thought about that were spiritual, religious, and everything was true. But it's in a bigger scale, you see, in a more fantastical scale that your mind cannot even consider. When you say you're a soul, your mind says, oh, that must be wonderful. But when you see what a soul is, oh, your mind simply fades with shame. Now, I don't know if this video is going to put you off. It's not intended to put you off. It's intended to give you some sort of explanation and understanding that all this electricity that goes through this body and destroys it and annihilates it, to hear one single voice from the Absolute and to be removed from this body and to return. Is that what you seek? Or you simply want Buddha happiness, peace, and tranquility? You can get that by awakening, by understanding that you're not this body, you're not this mind. Whatever left this body on this electrical shock was not a body, you see. It was not a mind. It was not of any form, any substance. It was something far, far superior. And I know that you are, every single human being lying within you is this true state. And this is the object of this soul being allowed to come back into this body to tell you that, to tell you how miraculous you are, and to stop taking this world serious Simply look within and find yourself. Find your truth. Find who you are without moving out of this body. Because you don't have to move out, because the body is sitting on top of you. You are infinite space, infinite love, infinite consciousness, infinite beyond consciousness, infinite godliness, infinite Christ love, infinite Buddha nature, infinite, 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 beyond and beyond and beyond. You stretch and stretch and stretch, where time and timelessness do not exist. This is what they say by you are that. That has no description. That is that. Namaste.